Hi, my name's Jen Wall and I'm an educational researcher and consultant with a background in teaching languages. The role I took on for Wentworth Elsecar Great Place was an educational consultant. Specifically, I organised and delivered enterprise days and engineering days at Wentworth Woodhouse and Elsecar Heritage Centre to provide educational activities linked with the history of those two great places. What I love in particular about my work is that I get to work with so many young people from so many different areas around Rotherham and Barnsley and Sheffield with such different backgrounds and interests, and they all come together to work in these amazing historical places. The activities that I provide them with are very open, which means that you really see them use their own creativity and imagination to come up with something that's really theirs. I love being able to give them that ownership of it. I think that's very important when you're trying to motivate and encourage and nurture young people. And I also really love the real purpose behind the events that I've led, because they are very much linked with the real world, linked with community, linking the history of the local area with the current day and where we want those areas to go in the future. So there's a real life purpose to what they're doing in the activities and in the days, and they're actually interacting with the places that we're teaching them about. So it's a really innovative and purposeful project. So the projects that I've done with the Wee Great Place are I organise enterprise days for local secondary schools from year 7 to year 13. The enterprise days gave students the very open brief of creating a product or service to attract young people to visit Wentworth Woodhouse or Elsecar Heritage Centre, or I did a day also at Wentworth Castle Gardens. And with that purpose, we were using young people as well as consultants for what they want to see coming out of these places for them in the future. And some of the ideas that they had, we could actually take on, and we've built other projects out of. So again, you've got that real purpose learning, and bringing the students back to work with them as consultants was really exciting for them, and it really helped us understand what they want rather than us assuming it. The other projects I did were Sky's the Limit at Wentworth Woodhouse, which was built around the scaffolding, which is currently at Wentworth Woodhouse. And we wanted to show young girls specifically what it would be like and what it is like to work in engineering, construction, transport planning, site management, which are traditionally male fields. So we wanted to show them that women can do it, and also highlight to them some of the challenges that women still experience in all workplaces, but specifically these types, and have them interact with the house and see how construction and engineering can link to heritage restoration. Feedback we had from the girls was really positive. They hadn't thought about those links before. They hadn't thought to link science and history in school. So it was great because the event could help them make those links between subjects in school and also between subjects and careers, which often in mainstream secondaries we don't have so much time for, from my experience as a secondary teacher. The impact that the project has had on my creative practice is, it's manifold. I've been able to work with so many different creative practitioners and be able to link what I do with them. So I'm learning all these different links as well between different fields and practices and how they can come together in these wonderful historical places. And then also how that can link to the community and how bringing people in is really powerful in motivating and engaging and helping young people see outside of the the often small sphere that they live in or go to school in, and just opening up minds and views to what is in their local area, even if they may not know it's there. It's also enabled me to develop models for days that are flexible and that can be adapted easily, and be able to work with lots of different people and incorporate different expertise and also different needs from different practitioners or companies or business people, to make sure that the day is suiting and working for everybody involved. Some of my highlights, I mean, honestly, just working at Wentworth Woodhouse and Elsecar Heritage Centre have been highlights in themselves. I've been so excited to go to work. But then knowing how much I love that and being able to design days and events that help other people love that is really, really rewarding. So I would say helping young people through educational activities fall in love with their local area is a real highlight for me. I think the legacy of the We Great project is that it's not forgotten, and that all the amazing stuff, and there's so much amazing stuff that's been done, carries on by each respective area or building or company or group community that's been involved with it during the projects. For the days that I've involved, I know schools want more of them, and I would love for that to be able to happen for schools. We've involved so many, over more than 1,000 students in these days, with schools across Rotherham, Barnsley and Sheffield, and they want more. They've asked me for more. They want them for different purposes, which I think is great because it's a really flexible event, the Enterprise Day. So they might want it for history or art or business or enterprise. So I hope to see lots more of these days for schools to help enrich, the education that's already provided to young people. And I think it's really important in this area. Because like I said before, sometimes we're so focused on things in school perhaps or in your local area that you don't get to visit or see or interact with other places like Wentworth Woodhouse or Elsecar Heritage Centre. So helping young people be aware of these places and that they're there and that they're there for them, and bringing them back to the community, because Wentworth Woodhouse especially was so prominent in its community, really looked after its areas. To bring that back and that feeling, that I think that would be really, really strong, and trying to make community and society cohesive through that kind of historical link. I think that's a really great aim. I really hope to carry on doing some of these days and taking part and being part of bringing these places back to life. Okay, thanks.